side complete. That's Brown. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Mahomes now to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another 1st down.
2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. He'll drop to throw.
He'll get this into the hands of the rookie from Texas.
They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Looking to throw is Mahomes.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, it will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Steps away.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Well, this one complete. It's Rashee Rice. And he'll be brought down at the 27. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Gets this into the hands of Samaje Perine. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Up the middle, here's Perine. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Mahomes going to throw. Rolling to his left. That is caught by Rice. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Chiefs are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, they spoke about the importance of getting off to a good start, and there on their first drive, Charles, into the end zone for the touchdown.
And what an advantage for them. They're already clicking one drive in. Didn't need to wait to get up to full speed. We had heard about the extra time they put in with each other, trying to learn each other's skills, what they like, the whole deal. And it paid off early in this one. I would expect them to keep firing on the next drive and keep that connection going.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down, Prescott.
He'll get this to his running back, Dowdle. And, oh, he takes a shot at the end of that play.
Timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. On play action, Prescott.
That is caught by Lamb.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Prescott off play action. Flush to his right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you.
They run here with Rico Dowdle.
He can't get him down. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds.
Line of scrimmage, the 9. 2nd and about a yard.
Off the play fake, Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this 1st quarter.
1 quarter down, 8-0 the score.
Play fake. Here's Prescott.
He's got his target. That's complete.
1st and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Play action now. Prescott escaping the pressure right. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. It's a loss of 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, I could spin this negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage, but when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd? Touchdown, Cowboys!
Jake Ferguson
from 10 yards out.
And the Cowboys have come back to make it a 2-point game.
So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. They'll try and run it up the middle. And he'll get in to tie this game at 8.
Well, it's definitely early enough here. They didn't need to go for 2. They didn't have to go for 2, but hey, they did. We're all tied at 8.
Is this one of those anything you can do, I can match? Because that's exactly what we got on that one. Neither one of these teams wants to give any ground, do they?
So 8-8 our score now as he'll send this one away. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
This will be caught by Brown.
Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 69 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2. And he'll get into the end zone. That gives his guys an 8-point lead. So 2 successful 2-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or 2-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do. So I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Watch the safety creep.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's second and a couple. They run again with Dowdle.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as he'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
3rd and 5.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Check. Check hot route.
Now Dak, he wants to change the play.
Prescott to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Give him 30 yards there. First down throw for Prescott. Wide open receiver complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Dowdle. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
On the run, it's Dowdle.
And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They run here with Dowdle.
And this time he is in.
Yes.
Rico Dowdle.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Cowboys are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Yeah, they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And with Mahomes under center, anything's possible. Watch out for the deep ball.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Caught. Kelce, left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Final shot before the half for Mahomes. That'll be caught by Rice. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for him. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Prescott looks to throw on first. Going right back to Ferguson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Prescott. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Prescott. this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ferguson. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Now Prescott. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, they had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
Picked off by DeMarvion Overshown.
So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Following the interception, here's Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Another 1st down, this time on a gain of 19.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Mahomes now on 1st down.
He'll get this one to Kelsey. That's complete.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
They'll run here with Pacheco.
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Isaiah Pacheco.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Chiefs are back within a score. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And now it's blocked. The Cowboys pick it up. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points. That is a play that you just do not see very often. Maybe a couple times a year, the blocked extra point return for 2.
You can't afford to give anyone a free run at the kicker. Oftentimes, it's going to bounce off his hands or chest and head the other direction.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Looking to throw. Prescott. He gets it to Cooks. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Dak swinging this out quickly to Lamb. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. A running play. It's Dowdle. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing. Prescott. He finds his man. Complete. It's Ferguson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You take in charge.
He got 29 yards.